Well, welcome to build day 41. We're out here heading over to the water room. Joanne and I need to discuss scare camera. I was thinking about it last night. The more I thought about it, the more I'm thinking where I want to put it isn't going to work. We had originally thought about mounting the box there. So it was pointing more down about like this. You know, right in that doorway there. And all we're going to get is the back of people's heads. We're not going to get anything. Set dresser, are you coming? Yeah, because it'd be sitting right about like that. Stand in the doorway. Yeah, so I'd have to mount it pretty much like about that, and that's with you in there. And if you figure we're going to have a group of 5 coming through, yeah, they wouldn't see you because there'd be someone else standing right here.
Yeah.
You know, so going there would not work. So I am thinking about cutting the ceiling material along the lip of the wall there and mounting it here, but on a rod, so it's further back and up closer to the tent, so it's angled more down. I'd be able to get the doorway that way, as well as right here when that damn thing goes off.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be our first job today, is making a box and a rod for this. Hold on for breakfast of the day. Oh yeah, I'm back. Joanne and I were checking the pumps and the ponds and discussing on what needed to be done. First order of business for today is going to be the scare camera. This is the head count camera, by the way. But the other camera that's just like this, my old one. I got to get a box made for it and the pole rigged and stuff, and we're going to work on that and try to get that installed. Second and third are some maintenance type things. One, I've got to figure out what's going on with the jack in the box, why it's constantly firing, and I have a feeling I know what it is. So I'll have to get that fixed. The other one is the corn here. And as you can see, everything's kind of curved over and bent. I'm going to need to get in here with some twine and zip ties and put this stuff back in a bit, and I'm going to add a couple right there because we got some low spots. I'm going to have to work on this. So I've got the camera, the jack in the box, and the corn to work on today. Those are our main key projects. After that, I've got 2 video cameras, or not 2 video cameras, but 2 video projections I need to work on. One right here, and the other one in that box over there. You think it'd be easy, I just bring the projectors out, put them into the box. No, I've got to run electricity for them. A separate line, separate from the power box itself. Fun. I don't know. I know in years past I've gotten in here and I've just plugged it into the power bar in there, you know, and did my line out. But if I do that, hold it, why is that off? That's the lock to hold the switch into place, and it was off. But in years past, I've had to come in, I've come out and you just hit the switch, it turns on the power bar and it makes it live. Problem is the 5 volt this year, since they're not being controlled by the switches down here, I have to, when I hit the power switch, all the 5 volt stuff comes on. And during the day, I don't want the 5 volt stuff coming on. And we do use one of the stereos, the Q-line stereo, which also gets tied into that power line. So anyway, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to rig things so I have power for everything. I could just put a T on the back of one of those connections, and turn a trunk line on. I don't know. I'll have to rig it up. I need a power switch or something to turn those on and off. So, but you know, it's something I'm going to have to work on. But anyway, I got to get the 2 projectors in here, get the power lines ran. Then depending on if there's time, I've got the photo op to do. That needs a projector as well. It's already wired for it. I just take it out and plug it in. Thing is, if I'm going to get in there, I might as well put the bubble machine and the fogger in out there as well. So, but right now, it's out to the shop. I got to get the camera situation working. Camera, and then we got Jack in the Box, and we've got corn. Then I'll worry about what I'm going to do. I forgot something. You're going to yell at me again. I've been doing so good. Breakfast of the day. We need breakfast of the day, don't we? Toast, orange juice, glass of milk, and I'm feeling fruity, so a big bowl of Fruit Loops for breakfast of the day. There you go. Now I can head out to the shop and do get the camera set. Well, some progress made. I went through and got a box and a bracket made up, and then I went and took loose the ceiling material right through here and folded it back. That way at the end of the season we can bring it back over and just zip tie it, and it'll be back into one piece. But I need to shoot some test material, and I'll include it in this blog, hopefully, if I remember to. So I'm going to use this camera, and it's basically, let's get up here on the ladder. Now here's a view you don't see all that often, above the roofing material. What I did is I took the flat bar, drilled a hole in the end, and just took my sledge and beat it into the right angle that I wanted. Made a simple wood box to keep the plexiglass on the front that I can pivot. That will hold the camera into place, and then to get it in and out, I just swivel it up. So that'll make it semi-easy. The only drawback is I'm going to have to bring the step ladder over with me to do this every morning, or every evening. And then power. I have a power connection right there, so I can get power to the old camera, because the old camera won't work unless it's hooked up to power. But anyway, let me get this set up in the machine. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me talk or not. Probably won't talk at all. You'll just hear the water in the background. But I want to get some test footage. Here. Walking off camera like this. Hey Marty, can you come with me? If I get the right down. I want you to do some testing for me. I want you to go in the mausoleum, go to the entrance, and then turn around and come back through. Alright, come on back through. Alright, that works. You want to do it next to me? You're on camera.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, can you see the camera up there, that little box?
Oh, okay.
That's going to be the scare camera to get people. This is for the air blaster. So that's our scare cam.
Okay.
I'm doing some testing. I tested it with me, now I tested it with you.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Okay, back to your racing, kid.
What do you think, Dad?
Well, what do you guys think? That's the way the camera's going to be set up. I might do a nighttime testing too tonight. I'm thinking I got an orange flood in that area to kind of, light it up a little bit. And these cameras work better with more light. So I'm thinking about changing the orange flood out to a blue or green to brighten it up a little bit more so we catch more reactions. Also, I've got to run the power cord for it too. And I want to test it with the other camera tonight. So we'll get you a little bit of a test footage. I am not turning that arch on. No way. I gotta listen to it for a week, and I had to listen to it while I set that sensor. And it's just like, I'm not doing it tonight. And I do need to rework the sensor too, because I was using the roofing material to brace it into the right angle, and with the roofing material gone, it's now not pointing correctly. So I've got to redo that sensor a little bit too. So I got power cord and sensor, and then we're going to move on to something else. And then tonight, if I think about it, we'll get you some nighttime footage of that camera. I'm curious to see what it looks like at night with color lighting. Well, we've been busy. I went through and opened the wall panel up. The jack-in-the-box is on the other side. Checked the wiring for the sensor going from the board to the sensor, and there was a couple of electrical wires over the top of it. So I moved those. The jack-in-the-box was just sitting there firing over and over and over again. It wouldn't stop. And that usually means there's either something wrong with the sensor, something wrong with the wiring, or there's an electrical cord too close and it's interfering with the signal from the sensor, causing it to go off over and over and over again. So I started off by moving it away from any power lines that are underneath there, and there was some low voltage stuff. Still did it. I then went and checked the sensor itself and replaced the sensor with one. And now we have in what I call a hockey puck to weatherize it. Took the hockey puck apart, put a new sensor in, did the contact, left the hockey puck open. I didn't shut it. And she worked fine. As soon as I shut the puck up though, and that scrunched a bunch of extra wire on the inside of the puck together, it started doing it again. So I went and took it off the board, took it in the house, rewired it, and put it back in. It appears to be running okay. Or at least it did while I had the power on. I've got the power off. Now the other day I had some problems with it. I messed with it a little bit, got it to working right, turned the power off, and when we turned the power back on, it started doing it again. So, and I still got to double check it. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with that. But we did get that done. Then we got over here and I worked on the corn, got rid of my holes and stuff. So that's done. In the process now of getting projectors in. I got one in so far. It hasn't been noisy ass piece of shit rice burner again. Sorry about that, but we got power to it. I haven't turned it on yet. It's too bright out here for me to do anything with it anyway. But that one's pretty much installed. I've still got that one to do, and I will do that. Suanne just called dinner, so we will do it after dinner. Turn things on, turn things off that I don't need on. There we go. Turning this on because it turns the lighted signs on out front. But anyway, we gotta get the projector in there. We gotta get them both on, both aimed, check the speakers, what have you. And I still got the flood over where I was working out this morning by the arch, the air blaster arch, that I need to change out too. So we'll be doing that after dinner, and then we'll get you some nighttime footage of both of them. And I might go out and check the jack-in-the-box too tonight. I don't know. I don't want to do it at night. Reason being, the power line that it is plugged into also controls all the main signage and stuff out front. The enter, the exit, what have you. As soon as I turn that on, we start getting people at the gates wanting to come in. Especially at this late date. Phone and social media has been blowing up again. So, I don't know. It does need to be tested. But anyway, I'm going to go grab dinner and then come back out after dinner and... to have an orange light there. Put a blue in it. And I've got my good camera up in the box, filming. I wanted to see how the light setting was down here with people transitioning from the mausoleum out into here. Okay, a little bit of nighttime footage. I got a couple of things to show you. I'm going to have to do it in 2 different segments though. First one is over here. Naturally you can see the green light really good, and I added a blue. Used to have an orange light there. Put a blue in. And I've got my good camera up in the box filming. I wanted to see how the light setting was down here with people transitioning from the mausoleum out into here. And I wanted to see how that was picking it up. Now, I brought out my regular scare camera. Tried putting it up there, and I'm having a problem with the power cord. And it's not the power cord, because the power cord's working just fine on my regular camera. It's the jack on the old camera is real loose, and it doesn't want to work. You know, put the power on, put it up in the box, wiggle a little bit, power goes off, thing turns off. That ain't no help. So I'm going to have to mess with it, or I'm going to have a hard decision to make. Whether to put the good camera in here and just not do a head count video, but get the scare video. And I might be able to get my head count off the scare cam vid too, so I've done that in the past. It just depends on the quality of the footage. You know, I'll have to wait and see. But this is the first one. I did get the lighting changed up with something else that was on my docket for today. And we got the camera done up there too. So that's done for the day. Now after you go through the curtain, and you're into the water room. And then on out. And every time I come in here, that drag is looking better and better. He's a noisy cuss, isn't he? Anyway, let me get my camera down. We'll get it in the house. And then I'll show you the other. And there you go. This was the last thing we ended up working on today, was the courtyard. So, you got the curtain for the corn here. See, corn on the other side. They come out, they go in here, they're here with thunder and lightning. Come around and see that, and if they're really curious, they'll stop and look at that. And watch the living portraits do their thing. And then on to Spider, and we'll have another projection going there. So, not too bad. We got everything on our list today completed. 100% done. I even went around, put out a couple of little fires. We had an air leak in the graveyard that we needed to fix, and little things like that. But let's get cleaned up out here, and then we will do the end of the day wrap up. Okay, it's the end of the day wrap up, or roundup, however you want to term it. Roundup sounds good, but wrap up sounds better. Well, for once, we got everything done on our bucket list today. Where the hell did we start? Oh, Jesus, that's bad. Trying to remember what the hell we did. I can remember bits and pieces of it. Oh yeah, we started with the scare cam. Got that put in. We got it aimed. I'm going to have to check the footage, as you see, and I'll do that during editing, because I'm adding it to the vlog. I did a nighttime shot. You saw the daytime shot. Also got the floodlight changed out from orange to blue over there in that area. These cameras are a little picky about light sources. So a brighter light over there was called for. The orange was just too dim. Then we went over and screwed around in the corn. got the corn situated so there isn't holes in it so people can see down the driveway. I mean, if they wanted to spread the corn apart, they could look down the driveway, but most people don't even bother with it. Then we went over and worked with the Jack-in-the-Box. And I have no idea if it's working as intended or not. I have not turned that on. I'll wait till tomorrow during the day, and I'll test it again tomorrow during the day to see if it's repeating its same problem. And if it is, I'm not sure exactly what to do. I am not sure. Come to think of it too, I just remembered something else. Speaking of wiring, I do have a small wiring light problem over in the witch I need to take a look at and see if I can get fixed. But that's a semi-easy one. But anyway, we got the Jack-in-the-Box fixed, or at least it was fixed and working when I had the power on it. And then, as you just saw, we got the projectors on for the courtyard, both the one on the front porch and the one in the garden, up and working. And they're working, thankfully. With that, we've got a small list of things that still need to be done. I got a small wiring problem over in the witch, which I need to take a look at, and I got time to do it. I got to get both stereos out here and get them set up, plugged in, and volume checked. I've got 4 foggers I need to get in. I've got one for the corn, one that goes in the arch into the mausoleum, one in the photo hallway with the skull candelabra. That's part of that prop. And I got the one out in the photo op itself that need to get put in. I also have the Make-A-Wish sign, which needs to get put in. I also have our chime. We have one of those motion detector chime setups. You put the receiver out where you are, and you put a sensor, you know, what is it, 30, 40 feet away. I think the distance is a little bit greater to that. But when someone gets by that sensor, it causes the receiver to chime. That's how we meter people, you know, to tell us, you know, when it's time to set the next group in. So I need to get that installed. Then there was something else. Make-A-Wish, the photo op. Anyway, you know, there's a couple little mishkabibble things, but those are the major things that still need to get done before I can say we are 100% on the go. I still need to fire up the whole haunt at once and go from the front end to the back end, front end entrance all the way through to the back end exit, and double check everything, make sure everything is up and running as it should be. Fun. I don't know when I'll do it. I'll probably do that, I'll do that VIP night. That's kind of what VIP night is for. Depending on how much energy I've got between now and opening night, I might actually get out here and get some of the walkthrough video shot before the display gets torn apart by people. You know, there's a couple of sets I can do now. The ones on the driveway that run on trunk line 3, I'll wait until we're open to do them. Trunk line 2, trunk line 1 I can do though. But, you know, start grabbing footage, because it takes forever. Last year's walkthrough video, by the time we were done with editing and everything, I think it ended up being 18 minutes long. I had 3.5 hours worth of footage to sort through. You know, different shots of this, different shots of that. You know, just for one display. I had to kind of sort through, I don't like this, I don't like that. Well, if I trim this down, that might work. You know, and, you know, so it takes a while. And it took me 3 nights out here while we were open to get footage for for the walkthrough video last year. Plus, I also want to get some pictures too. We did that last year as well. And I posted them up on Instagram and on my Haunted Tents page as well. So, you know, but, you know, try to get some of this stuff done now prior to us being open would be nice. It would help in the long run. You know, give me something to screw around with, you know, say Friday during the day. You know, I can get, you know, stuff edited and ready to go, and you know, and then just grab the scenes I need and chop them up and put them in. But I don't know. Thinking ahead, whether it happens or not, that's anybody's guess. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow, stay spooky, stay toxic.